There are hundreds to thousands of characters in Blue Lock. Some are pure frauds, some are decent, and obviously there's a tiny amount of players who are just insane. Like dude can summon an entire monster out of nowhere or have his tongue dangling out just to get his ball back. It's exactly how deep these players would go for, and that's why in this video I'll be going through the 7 levels of Egoist in Blue Lock. It's like a power chart that shows exactly who's built differently and who's just cosplaying as a striker. Make sure you watch till the end because there's probably a bunch of hot takes you might not want to miss out. So let's start at the bottom. Level 1, the trash tier. These are the players who literally shouldn't be in Blue Lock. Like, no offense, but some of them look like they only joined the program because they lost a bet. Their skills are average, their confidence is fake, and they fold the moment someone breathes near them. You could quite call them egoless. Get it? They are negative. You got people like Tada, yeah, the dude who called Isagi lucky before getting humbled faster than you can say offside. This dude had the balls to talk all that when he was the very person who literally missed a tap-in and made Isagi's team lose. But hey, he did do something good, which was to awaken Isagi's demon side, because let's be honest, Tada is the fraudest of all in anime history. These are the kind of guys who probably talk big in the locker room but can't even trap the ball properly. They're the walking definition of you don't belong here. It's actually wild how some of them think they have a chance in a place full of monsters. Like bro, you're running around like a headless chicken while people like Rin and Baro are hard carrying you. It's not even close. The trash tier is for the players who exist just to make the strong look stronger. You see them get bodied in one panel and then they disappear from the story forever. And obviously, this tier includes some of the egoless characters like the player's parents or Unri, since they're just background supporting characters. Then there's level 2, the NPC tier. These guys are like slightly better trash, or we'll just call them below average. They can kinda play, they've got some form, but they don't do anything that makes you remember them. Like, imagine you're watching a Blue Lock match and someone scores a crazy goal. Yeah, it's never them. They might get 1 or 2 flashy moments in the early episodes, but after that, ghost mode. They're the background characters who clap when the main guys do something cool. And the worst part is, they think they're main characters too. Kuon's the perfect example. The man tried to play 4D chess by betraying his own team just to look smart, but he ended up being a meme. Nishioka Messi was hyped up before the match, and then poof, gone, like he got Thanos snapped out of the tournament. Naruhaya, bro, I don't even know what to say. He's got heart, I'll give him that, but when you can't even score against an early stage Isagi, it's time to hang it up. NPC players are basically proof that ego without skill is just delusion. They look the part, but the game doesn't respect them. They try to aura farm, you know? Like, they act confident, pose for the camera, talk about teamwork and dreams, but when the ball actually comes to them, they panic and pass it backwards. Now level 3. This is where things start to get kinda interesting. These guys are what I'd call ballers. They can actually play. Like, if you put them in a regular high school or university team, they'd probably dominate badly. They've got weapons, they've got confidence, and they've shown moments of greatness. But the key word there is moments. They don't do it consistently. You might see them shine for one match and then vanish like they were never there. Igaguri is the perfect example. The guy's basically a joke, and I would have put him at level 2, but somehow he's managed to survive every elimination. He's like the cockroach of Blue Lock. He has no real weapon, but somehow always finds a way to make himself useful. Tokimitsu's another one. Bro was terrifying in the second selection with his crazy physical stats, but his anxiety keeps nerfing him. Like, if he had Kaiser's confidence, he'd probably be a monster by now. And then there's Kira. Remember him from episode 1? He looked like the golden boy, the typical anime prodigy, but Isagi ended that man's entire storyline in one shot. He's talented, but his ego isn't built for Blue Lock. The baller tier is basically people who could be great if they stopped overthinking and actually evolved. They've got potential, they've just never stepped out of their comfort zone long enough to use it. I mean, who knows? Kira might even come back and make me regret my words, but for now, he should stick back to his roots, getting smacked by Isagi's balls. Level 4 is what I like to call the semi-pros. These guys are good, like actually good. If you put them in a real Japanese league team, they'd start. They've got distinct weapons, they can hold their own in tough matches, and they're evolving steadily. They're not monsters yet, but you can feel it. That spark that says they could be something more if they get pushed hard enough. Zantetsu's basically the Walmart version of Chigiri, but still useful. And Hiyori's playmaking IQ is ridiculous. Nico's glow up was insane too. He went from a defender who couldn't read the game to someone who literally mirrors Isagi's spatial awareness. Like, bro studied his opponent's brain and just downloaded the skill. Karasu, the trickster, has that weird chaos energy that makes him unpredictable, and Yukimiya's dribbling when he's locked in is elite. These players don't need to scream "I'm the best" because their football does the talking. The semi-pro tier is full of guys who are one major evolution away from being top tier. They're not there yet, but they're knocking on the door. Over time, you could definitely see their weapons shining, each of them with pretty unique abilities if I were to say. Now we hit level 5, the pro tier. This is where the real Blue Lock energy starts radiating. These players have full-blown egos, refined weapons, and highlight reels that make you replay scenes over and over again. They're not just good, they're dangerous. Every time they step onto the field, you expect them to do something wild. Bachira's the face of creativity in this level. His dribbling and monster instincts make defenders look like mannequins. Shigiri's more than just speed now. He's turned his pace into a weapon of timing and precision. Baro's transformation from selfish king to dark anti-hero was peak development. The man literally rebuilt his ego mid-match. Nagi, dude went from lazy to lethal. His touch control is ridiculous and his adaptability keeps shocking people. Even though dude was clowned in the Neo Egoist League, he's still pretty solid during his prime. Those goals were just unbelievable. Like, I don't even think pro players like Noel Noah could pull a 5-stage volley out of nowhere. And Kunigami, he came back built like a superhero with a left foot that could break a goalpost. And Aiku is just smooth. He's the kind of defender who makes interceptions look like art. He goes to compete with those top tier strikers and still manage to remain top 10 as a literal defender. These are the kind of players who could go pro in real life and make headlines. Their presence alone changes games, but even at this level, they're still chasing something bigger, because no matter how good you are in Blue Lock, there's always someone hungrier above you. Level 6 is where things start getting scary. The new gen Egoist tier. These are the players who make pros nervous. They're not just talented, they're evolving faster than anyone else in the world. They've mastered their weapons, sharpened their instincts, and learned how to turn ego into pure performance. Isagi's the best example. Man literally sees football like a literal chess game. He doesn't just play, he manipulates space, time, and even other players' decisions. Every time he touches the ball, something changes. And obviously, he's the main character, so it makes sense. I could definitely see him reaching level 7, but for now, let's chill out for a second. And before anyone complains Isagi isn't new gen level, he literally defeated Kaiser while having the entire Blue Lock system chasing after him. Then, speaking of the clown itself, Kaiser, who was his perfect rival, is obviously here as well. Although Kaiser the clown got slapped down hard by Isagi, and even I questioned if he was the worst new gen, but to be fair, he pulled off crazy performances while playing solo. He had that pure arrogance wrapped in flawless technique. His ego's toxic, but you can't deny his results. Rin's another example. He plays like he has no home to depend on, and his precision is insane. Meanwhile, Sai Itoshi's probably the cleanest player in the entire series. Effortless control, world-class passes, that calm aura of someone who's seen the world and knows he's still above it. And then there's Bunny Iglesias, a literal global prodigy who humbled Sai, which says everything you need to know. The new gen tier is full of players who aren't just aiming for success, they're aiming to rewrite the sport itself. When they step on the field, it's not just a game, it's a statement. They've got world-class potential written all over them, and they know it too. And finally, level 7, the God tier. This is the mountaintop where everyone looks up to. The place where you have to be absolutely insane. These players aren't just good, they're living legends. Noel Noah, Julian Loki, Lavinho, these guys have already done it all. They don't need to prove anything. Noah's literally the blueprint for every Blue Lock striker. The reason the whole system exists. He's what everyone's chasing. Loki's the embodiment of genius and freedom, a player so fast and unpredictable that even defenders give up trying to read him. He makes people like Isagi and Kaiser compare him to a literal god, like they literally gave up after looking at him. Then Lavinho alongside other masters are also here. And beyond them, there are other unnamed global stars, players who've reached that same level of perfection where football becomes instinct. It's just that the manga haven't really covered all the players yet, but the difference between level 6 and 7 is that level 6 is about becoming, while level 7 is about being. These gods don't evolve anymore because they've already hit the ceiling. All they do now is inspire, dominate, and collect trophies. Noel Noah himself even mentioned that he wants more players to evolve so he himself can take inspiration from him to dominate even further ahead. When you look at all 7 levels together, Blue Lock isn't just about a simple ball. it's an entire evolution chart of the egos. At the bottom, ego means nothing, it's just talk. In the middle, ego starts shaping who you are. And at the top, ego becomes identity. That's why Blue Lock hits so hard. Every player's fight isn't just about football, it's about self-worth, growth, and proving that their individuality deserves to exist in a world that only remembers winners. From the trash players who talk too much, to the NPCs who dream too small, to the semi-pros grinding in silence, to the new-gen prodigies who are rewriting everything, and most importantly, trying to farm as much aura as possible. And if you enjoyed our video so far, make sure to subscribe to the channel, comment down your ideas for future videos, and as always, peace out.